The other day I was downtown walking alone by myself, and it was dark, and I heard these moans, and I got scared, but like puffed out my chest, and I tried to play it cool, and then I heard like the very distinct sound of a blowjob. Like I don't do impressions, but like you would know what it sounded like. And I kept walking, and I never felt more in tune with my body. Like my body was like, "Hey man, we should get out of here." And my neck was like, "Wait, I gotta see this shit." And I looked, and as I looked, it was a homeless guy on his knees pleasing another homeless guy. Yeah, this shit happened. And as I looked at him, he looked at me. But when he looked at me, a dick fell out of his mouth. And I've never been more scared in my entire life. And we made eye contact for like a full 3 seconds. And if the cops would have showed up, we all would have got arrested. Because after 3 seconds, I was officially a part of that shit.
We're starting to see some of the negative attack ads on television for the presidential campaign. It's only going to get worse as we get closer to November. But I want some of that. I want some of that sweet super PAC money, so I came up with a few myself. Mitt Romney says one thing 1 minute, and another thing the next. Could you imagine a politician doing that? President Obama likes to read books. You know who else liked to read books? Hitler. Is President Obama Hitler? Probably. Mitt Romney was a very successful businessman, but how did he make his billions of dollars? Was it by harvesting the organs of unsuspecting prostitutes and selling them on the black market? Or maybe by opening a ranch where the wealthy can hunt the homeless for sport? Maybe it's neither of those things, but can we really be sure? Was President Obama born in the United States? Some people say he was born in Kenya. Some people say he was born in outer space. A space baby who came to Earth to destroy us all by forcing us to have adequate health care. So that's all I got. I sent those to the candidates on Facebook. Haven't heard back from them yet. Fingers crossed. But enough about politics, let's talk about sex for a little bit. So, you know, different people have different tastes. Some guys like women's breasts, that's what they're attracted to. Some guys, and I think Sir Mix-a-Lot would be the primary historical example of this, are into big old badonkadonks. Myself, I'm turned on by a woman's brain, transplanted into a robot body. That's just my thing. I'm married now, but right before I met my wife, I hooked up with a girl who turned out to only be using me for sex. I don't have a punchline to that, I just wanted to brag. But now that I'm married, the temptation's always there to cheat, because that's the only way I can beat my wife at Words with Friends. By fucking other women. But I grew up Catholic, so I have a lot of guilt and shame around sex, and you know, like many boys who grew up Catholic, I had a bad experience with a priest. It's not what you think, though. I broke up with him, not the other way around.
The other day I got really hungry and I went to a Somalian restaurant. It was really authentic. Them motherfuckers took my wallet. Then I went to a 50s diner and they didn't let me in. So I was real hungry. Oh, claps, all right. I stopped going to Wendy's about a month ago because they gave me the ashiest baked potato in history. This baked potato looked like Morgan Freeman. I went back to the counter, I was like, what is this? She was like, do you need some sour cream? I was like, I need some lotion for this shit here. And why did the lettuce in my salad look like Don Knotts? Things are getting better for me, you know, personally. Part of the reason for that is because my body has been changing. I'm 29 years old now, so I have like that grown man body. You know, now when people see me, they asked me if I used to play football. 5 years before that, they asked me if I played basketball. And 10 years ago, they would ask me, how was rehab? What did you do with my stereo? I'm looking in the mirror, I'm getting older, and I see my hairline creeping up, and I think I'm losing my hair. So I decided, when I start to go bald, I'm just gonna shave it off. Because if you go to hair club for men, if you black, all they can give you is a high top fade. I'm not trying to be in this bitch looking like Nipsey Russell or Axel Foley or like that. I got a dog. My dog is smart as hell. Anybody out here got the dogs? You think your dog is stupid, ask yourself who picking up the shit. Any living thing that can get another living thing to pick up shit is a genius. If I took a shit in Walmart, they'd press charges on me. Thanks, y'all. That's my time.
So I don't know if anybody else was with me, but I celebrated a very important milestone last week. It was 1 year sober for Amy Winehouse. Yeah. Another big thing happened a few weeks ago. I don't know how many of you saw this. Oreo released a photo on their Facebook page of a 6-times stuffed Oreo with rainbow-colored filling in honor of Pride Week. And people lost their shit. 1 in 5 comments on their Facebook page was about how the cookie was now going to hell and they had lost a buyer for life. But my thought was, if you're the kind of person who has taken the time out of your day to not only like the Oreo Facebook page, but to read its updates, you're not going to stop eating Oreos. You're just telling people you don't eat Oreos. You're eating Oreos in the closet. And you have more in common with Pride Week than you thought.
Clap like a seal! Probably noticed the camera there. I not only use that to film these two scissoring, but I kid. You're not going to sit up front. You're not even going to come to the show again because of me. You're going to like wait for me in the parking lot and... Yeah, good idea, she said. Well, look who's here. It's Tim Tebow and Kim Kardashian. Yay! We're back. We're just talking about scissoring. How do you feel about that? Your head's blocking the camera there, maybe, Tim. You guys can scoot over a little bit. Thank you. All right. Another. Don't. You get enough airtime, Tim, being in New York and that now. Okay, you and your all that stuff. Okay, for a shitty quarterback as you are, you get a lot of airtime.
Steelers.
We had another celebrity in the audience, guy right here, the most interesting man in the world, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit! He's even got the shirt on. Are you drinking beer, my friend?
Yes, he is.
Yes, you're a spokesman. Are you his agent?
No, he's my brother-in-law.
It's your brother-in-law. Your brother-in-law is the most interesting person in the world.
Thank you.
But you're like the polar opposite, you know? Just, because you bore me to tears, really. He must have got that gene. He must have got that gene. Oh yeah, we have a comedy show, I forgot. I was having so much fun. Next, I was talking about TV show. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you.
What?
Yeah, because you just walked in. I don't know if you heard me talking about them scissoring. I filmed them scissoring, but I also do it for the TV show. We have a TV show on Comcast. It's cable access, don't get excited. Wednesdays at 11, but it's also in Lansing and Ann Arbor, and also you can watch it on the YouTube, you know, where all your videos are. Well, not all of them, but anyways, yeah, so check out the TV show. It's like a half-hour condensed version, so you will never see me on it. It's like a best of. I
read somewhere recently that it is now politically incorrect to call orphans orphans. You can't call them orphans anymore. I disagree with this. I think orphan is the best word to describe somebody who is the unwanted child of an orca and a dolphin. Orphan. If you're an orphan and I've offended you, I'm sorry. And also, So I moved recently, and I'm all settled in now, but back when I was doing all my unpacking stuff, I got to my dresser, and I realized that I'm racist when it comes to my dresser, because I separate all my whites from my colors, and I make all my brown khakis go get a job at Home Depot. The experts say that we're in a big drought right now. I have no idea, I'm not an expert. But I do hate this though when it is raining and people say this, better take an umbrella, because it's raining like cats and dogs out there. Take your umbrella. Do you realize what would literally happen if it rained cats and dogs? First of all, traffic would be horrible. And second of all, are your windshield wipers Marmaduke proof? These are the questions you have to ask. Does your insurance cover this kind of mayhem? Well, I am from Toledo, like you said, and I do travel a lot back and forth from Ohio to Michigan a lot doing this. And one thing I see a lot is deer signs. That's really scary. And I haven't hit a deer yet, hopefully never anytime soon. But I got to looking at those and I got to thinking, do you ever think a deer looks at those signs and go, those antlers are so airbrushed? I was at the park and I saw another animal sign that said, don't feed the animals. What the hell? Why are these people starving these animals? Where's PETA when you need them? These animals are hungry. So screw that, screw the rules, I fed them. It's PETA over there. They didn't have enough energy to say something earlier. Vegans. Animals. We love them. I fed them anyway, but turns out they don't like Big Macs. So it went to waste. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Why are you wasting that? But I know, I'm not an idiot. I know why those signs are there. They don't want you to feed the animals because they don't want the animals to become dependent on humans. Right, like a squirrel came to my house the next day and was like, come on, man, come on. Got those fucking cashews, man? I was at the DMV the other day. I'm a busy guy, park, DMV, drive into Michigan. I was at the DMV the other day. I kept noticing all the people in front of me kept getting asked the same question over and over and over. They kept getting asked, are you chemically dependent on any alcohol or drugs, or are you addicted to any prescription medication? And everybody kept going, no, 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 no. And I was like, I really wish somebody would answer this honestly. So I did. I got up there, it's my turn, and they're like, "Sir, are you chemically dependent on any alcohol or drugs? Or are you addicted to your prescription medication?" Well, hell yeah. I don't go anywhere without my pot or beer. The pot is so I can focus on my driving, and the beer is so I can fall asleep. And then I like to take my Viagra, that way I can still steer when I'm rolling a joint.
I think it's gotta suck to be like a porn star that's frustrated where they are in their career, you know what I'm saying? Because like they're upset other people are getting things they never did, you know, from like brown nosing or whatnot. Because any job I've ever had, if I've ever been frustrated, it always gets to a point where I'm like, whose dick do I have to suck to make something happen around here? And if you're a porn star, you already know whose dick you have to suck, and you've already sucked it. Really? You guys are like, oh, they're porn stars. They don't care. They literally gobble dicks. That's what they do. That's what the director says. Like, no, I want you to gobble it. They use the word gobble. Yeah. That's why they call you Tina Turkey. Gobble the dick. I just thought of that up here. Which I think means I'm an awful person. I don't give a shit. College is for people who don't have talent like me. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm driving through the grocery store parking lot the other day, and I see a sign that says "Stop for Pets," and I'm like, why the fuck would I stop for pedophiles? Seriously. I want to hit those people. They're creepy. Speaking of pedophiles, not a lot of people know this, but Jerry Sandusky was actually on a game show like 10 years ago before all this shit came out. Are you smart enough to fuck a 5th grader? I don't know if you guys seen that. I can't believe all these people are upset because like the football program didn't get the death penalty. I'm upset Jerry Sandusky didn't get the death penalty. Kill that motherfucker, seriously. Can we agree? Yes, thank you. You guys at first you're like, thought like I was on the pedophile side. Like, really? No, not so much. Don't let the hairline fool you. I'm not that creepy, okay? Fucking pieces of shit. I'm actually waiting for a specific sex tape to come out. I think it'd be really good if a sex tape came out with Sarah McLachlan fucking Michael Vick. I think that would be weird, wouldn't it? Because he kills dogs and she likes big black penis. That's what I'm trying to say. No? Whatever. You guys think anybody from the movie Cocoon is still alive? That's not a joke as much as it is just a question. I'm actually thinking about painting my penis green, so every time I get an erection it looks like I'm hulking up. No? I hate it. You ever listen to the news and they're given, it's the same thing, every time someone robs a bank, it's the same description of the criminal, isn't it? When we're trying to catch him, they're like, he's 5'10", between 5'10" and 6 foot, may or may not be African American, and he's got a long sleeve shirt with a backwards hat. Really? They always say he's got a backwards cap on. Like now all he has to do is just turn his fucking hat around to be a master of disguise. They'll never catch me now. I can keep robbing Circle K on Michigan Avenue. That one's a little too close to home, huh? I know. I buy Newports there too. I'm with you guys. I'm with you.
You cannot be feeling this noise. J-Rock my lyricist boys. I park my trailer wherever I wanna stay for the night. Then I'm gonna roll up a blunt. Then I'm gonna smoke up that blunt. Then I'm gonna get stupid drunk. Then I'm gonna piss in some jugs and chuck them wherever the fuck I wanna. My piss is smelling like vegetables all the way to the festival. The sweat on the floor is coming straight from my testicle. So you can verbally challenge me if you think that you wanna. The last person that did it spent about a week in the hospital. The doc will examine the data and he will ask what the matter. You got your rap jibber jabber from watching Yo Gabba Gabba. Oh no! Is you mad, bro? Cause honestly, I would be yo if somebody that I know just equated and rated my flow to a dumb Nickelodeon show. See what you bring to the table is just a spoon with some fables. I'm serving truth from a ladle. Yeah, see, I'm no country for old men. You just Anna Green Gables. Yeah, fucking Anna Green Gables. Because my flow is HBO and yours is just basic cable. I don't know who I was yelling at. I don't know who that guy is. Let's talk about the theater shootings. What makes me so mad about that is right after it happened, people were saying, you need to stop talking about this because you don't want to give the people that crave attention, you don't want to give the psychopaths that crave attention more press than they deserve. Well, okay, that happened on July 20th. July 21st, this news article came out, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Goat man spotted in Utah mountains. Look over there, Colorado, it's Goat man. Forget about the theater shooting. I don't know why I'm shaking so much. Probably because I'm scared you guys are all going to hate me after I rapped. So talking about the theater shootings. Anyway, the sighting of a man dressed in a goat suit on Utah mountain is causing concern among state wildlife officials. When the man noticed he had been spotted, he just stopped in his tracks and froze. The man then sat on a hill for several minutes. He got back down on his hands and knees and hurried to catch up with the rest of the herd. They may get agitated, they're territorial, they are after all wild animals. And then my favorite part, this person puts on a goat suit, he changes the game. Changing the game! So I just thought that was stupid because, come on. You can't forget about something like that happened. You can't just talk about the goat man and act like we're not going to say this dude he deserves to die. He deserves to die. This guy that did it, he deserves to die. And Colorado has a death penalty. And I heard the best quote I heard about it is, if this dude doesn't get the death penalty, Colorado needs to throw it away. Which is the truth. Insane or not. People are saying he's going to plead insanity. I don't give a shit if he pleads insanity. He needs to die. And you want to know why? Because I have two uncles that are insane. They're mentally insane. They are. They both have schizophrenia. And you know what my uncles are both really good at? Not killing people. They do it all the time. Every day I see them, they haven't killed people yet. And they're insane.
Oh man, I watch too much TV. The other day I was home during the day, I was watching The View. Turns out The View is better with my eyes closed. Yeah, that's a joke about ugly bitches. Let me see, a blonde, 2 Jews, and a ghetto black chick. Is that a show or a cry for help? I wish they'd make a sitcom about diarrhea, because then our grandchildren could watch reruns. It's about as good as they get. Oh wow. Recently I found out I talk in my sleep. It's really awkward for everybody that I work with. I have weird dreams. The other day I dreamt that I was at an orgy. And I woke up licking my own armpit. So I'm trying to say I hate Old Spice commercials. Wow, this one's heavy. Sometimes I think like all the Catholic priests and Sandusky types and all the child molesters should just get together and just choose one child. That way they'd ruin less little boys' lives. I hear comics laughing, that's never a good thing. You ever spike your coffee and then spill it on yourself and all day long smell like a bad decision? Oh wow, I tried the spearmint nicotine gum and it worked. at freshening my breath after I had a cigarette. Tried the electronic cigarette. I couldn't figure out where the choke was. How to put water into it or anything. I'm married. I love my wife for a number of reasons, but my next marriage is going to be strictly about sex. For me, about sex. For her, probably something like citizenship. Yeah, woohoo! New joke kind of works. I have Crohn's disease, and it's an intestinal disease. It's related to like irritable bowel syndrome. Like we see the same doctor. I was at my doctor's appointment last week, and I'm browsing through all their brochures, and it turns out the ribbon, like every disease has a ribbon, like the ribbon for breast cancer is pink. The ribbon for irritable bowel syndrome is brown. You think the ribbon for HIV is rainbow? Because if you do, you're wrong. It's actually red. It's red. If I had to say what red, it would be dirty dick red. Well, maybe not dirty, but definitely unwashed. Yeah. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she just said her first swear word. And it was kind of cute, but ridiculous, because it wasn't even one of the ones that I've been trying to teach her. How do you stop a kid from swearing? You know, I don't. I had a bad mouth my whole childhood, still do today. Every time I swore, my mom would make me lick a bar of soap, which was awful, you know, because my dad was still in the shower. Today is Sunday. I went to church today. Me and my wife would go to church. I like to go to the second service because the second service is more hangover friendly. I've noticed a difference between like first service people and second service people. Like first is the first service people, like their kids are always so well behaved. Second service people, you don't know because it's not their weekend. First service people probably never even do drugs or anything, don't drink. Second service people smell like car air freshener to mask the smell of marijuana. I know, because I carry Febreze in my car.